Now on 4 News Now, college basketball is back. The Zags, Cougs, and Vandals all hit the court for their season openers. We'll show you how each team stacked up.
I'm tracking back-to-back Pacific storms, bringing days of rain to the inland Northwest. I'll show you when to expect breaks in the wet weather in the First Alert forecast.
And a man will spend the rest of his life in prison for stalking his ex-girlfriend and killing her boyfriend. What the man said to his victim's family before learning his fate. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now. That cheering inside the kennel can only mean one thing. College basketball season is officially here, with the Zags taking on Texas Southern in their home opener. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. We are joined now by sports director Jack Wallace, who is in the kennel for that Zags season opener against Texas Southern.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be in the kennel. You could hear it. My ears are still hurting from that, which is very good. Gonzaga does enter tonight with 21 straight season opening wins. Zags with the starting lineup of Graham Ike, Braden Huff, Emmanuel Innocenti, Braden Smith, and Tyon Grant Foster. Ike, the 3-ball early, no good. Smith, the board. E-Man in the corner, knocking it down. The defensive wing splashing the first 3 of the season. Huff looking in the paint, great pass to Ike, even better to Grant Foster. The lay-in and one. TGF's first points as a Zag, and he hits the free throw after 2. Gonzaga was down for much of the early part tonight, but Adam Miller, the 3-point specialist, earning that title. Zags offense starting to wake a little more up. And check out this move. Huff with the spin. You'd swear he was a guard, a magic finger roll. Huff a team-high 8 points at the break. And great defense from Jalen Warley. Miller saves the play. Innocenti right there with the finish. Gonzaga leads by 19 at the half. And look at our final score here. Oh, goodness. Gonzaga ends up running away with this one, 98-43. Grant Foster, your leader in points, with 15. Great from them tonight. And tonight's Monday Night Football game between the Arizona Cardinals and Dallas Cowboys. We have our play of the game. It's Marvin Harrison Jr. Look at this disgusting stutter step, ankle-breaking touchdown to lift the Cardinals to a 10-0 lead against Dallas. And Arizona is going to end up winning this one in a big upset, 27-17, after a tremendous performance from quarterback Jacoby Brissett. Really impressive from them. We have a lot more basketball to get to tonight. Idaho with a big-time upset over Washington State. Washington State, Idaho men already played. Men are coming up. We got more Gonzaga stuff. Going to be a ton of fun. Back to y'all.
All right, Jack, thanks so much. And hey, a lot of those fans leaving the kennel probably got rained on tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been a wet one out there today, and we are going to get ourselves over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker, who has a look at your First Alert forecast. That radar looking active, Chris.
Oh, yes, it has been raining steadily since about 3 o'clock this afternoon in Spokane and picking up in intensity this evening. We'll zoom in here and see some of the heavier rain in the Coeur d'Alene area, also down toward Plummer, where we're seeing those yellow colors indicating heavier precipitation from Dalton Gardens down right through Coeur d'Alene. It's starting to lighten up just a little bit in Post Falls, but it's not going to be coming to an end. That is for sure. There's that area of heavier precipitation around Plummer. Also, some pretty good rain coming down from Rosalia up through Rockford. Our chance of precipitation at 100% through 11 o'clock, and then it begins to taper off a little bit. Finally, we're down to 0 by 7 o'clock. Should be a puddly morning commute, but at least there will not be rain falling from the sky. A gray day tomorrow. High temperature of 46, 48 is our average high. We're dry during the daylight hours, but not for long. I'll tell you about the next round of wet weather on the way for Tuesday night in your 7-day forecast.
All right, Chris, thank you. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill may be getting closer to a deal to reopen the federal government. A major sticking point for Democrats has been extending Obamacare subsidies. Today, a 4-member bipartisan group of House lawmakers announced a plan to potentially do just that. What the group calls a statement of principles would extend subsidies for 2 years, but also include certain eligibility caps and guardrails. It's not clear whether party leadership has signed off on the proposal.
Well, today a Post Falls man was sentenced to life in prison for murdering his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend.
Jason Rook stalked his ex-girlfriend for months before hiding out in the house she shared with her boyfriend, Nathan Rogers, where he shot and killed him. Today, Rogers' family and friends filled the courtroom to speak directly to his killer and to see justice served. Madeline Mullins spoke with the family following the sentence about how they want Rogers to be remembered.
As Nathan Rogers' family filed out of the courtroom today, it was a moment filled with hugs and tears.
It won't bring my son back, but I'm glad that he got justice.
Cameras were not allowed in the courtroom as Rogers' family spoke directly to Rook. Rogers' only son saying, "I have to grow up without a dad because of you." Many also speaking about the kind of man that Rogers was.
Wherever Nathan went, he made it his home, the community. And, this was his home.
I want people to remember him and his kindness, him giving back, and then lastly, how he fought for his life and his family, and how he was very brave at the end, to the end.
Cameras in the home and on the front porch captured the moment Jason Rook broke in, waited for his ex-girlfriend Erin Gardner and her boyfriend Nathan Rogers to come home, and when he shot Rogers multiple times. Those cameras capturing the attack. The footage is how Gardner watched her boyfriend die. She talked about that moment today. "I watched him fall, I saw the blood, and I screamed for help I could not give." And those who know Rook, including his brother, addressed the court as well, all of them speaking directly to Rogers' family and friends. As they spoke about how they no longer know the person capable of committing this crime, Rook sat emotionless until it was time to give his statement. He apologized to the Rogers family before blaming part of his actions on his ex-girlfriend Gardner.
I think, again, he wasn't taking any responsibility for his behavior.
Rook pleaded guilty in July to avoid the death penalty. Today, the judge sentenced him to life in prison without parole. In Coeur d'Alene, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, you have less than 24 hours left to make your voice heard in this year's general election. Voters across the region will be choosing who represents them at City Hall and electing new mayors to tackle their community's biggest challenges. In Spokane, one of the big decisions on the ballot is the Together Spokane plan. That is made up of 2 separate ballot measures: Spokane Parks and Recreation Department's $240 million levy and Spokane Public Schools' $200 million bond. If both are approved, they will fund over 200 projects across the city. Again, you have until 8 o'clock tomorrow to drop off your ballot or get in line at the polls in Idaho.
We're expecting the first round of election results to come in shortly after the polls close tomorrow night, When they do, we'll be live with a special streaming election newscast breaking down which levies and candidates are leading and which races could be too close to call. You can stream it on your connected TV using the KXLY Plus app starting at 9 o'clock. Well, Spokane Police Chief Kevin Hall confirms today 2 police officers had inappropriate relationships with domestic violence victims they met while on duty.
They've been identified as Officer Toby Breyer and Corporal Chris Conrath. Hunter Bertram shares what we know about those investigations.
Spokane police reveal former officer Conrad's misconduct spanned from 2020 to 2023, with Breyer's from 2023 to 2024. Today, a former SPD sergeant tells me these officers betrayed the very victims they were sworn to protect.
It's our job to make sure we're hiring the right cops for the right reason, to make sure people are taken care of.
When responding to domestic violence calls, Ferguson says victims are often at their most vulnerable state and scared.
They're looking to be rescued. You are the hero, the knight in shining armor coming to rescue them, and you got to draw a line in the sand. And that needs to be done.
Police say Breyer and Conrath crossed that line. Yet this conduct isn't new for Conrath. From our reporting back in 2016, he was suspended for a month for another inappropriate relationship with a crime victim, starting contact just hours after responding to a domestic violence call. He admitted his wrongdoing then. For former officer Toby Breyer, documents show SPD first learned about his bad conduct in December of 2024, hearing that he developed a sexual relationship with a domestic violence victim he met on a call. Both resigned before the investigations concluded. The damage now, Ferguson tells me, is the challenge for victims to keep speaking up despite such news.
The institution that's violating your trust is the one that you have to go back and trust. But there's advocates out there that you can talk to confidentially. They can work behind the scenes to help you out. And the important things, these victims haven't done anything wrong.
Chief Kevin Hall also shares in a statement today he promises transparency, accountability, and rebuilding trust in our community in the wake of this developing story. Also, neither officer can serve in Washington ever again. In studio, I'm Hunter Bertram for News Now.
Well, millions of Americans who rely on food stamps could see their benefits cut in half.
Why the federal government says it can't afford full payments and what a judge is now ordering them to do. And the Extreme team back at it, this time helping a local organization empowering para-athletes. We'll show you how they're creating a space where every athlete feels like they belong.
Plus, millions of Americans will soon pay more for health insurance. How much premiums are expected to rise? And what's at stake if Congress doesn't act? He left a trail of terror spread across Spokane.
Detectives are forced to comb it inch by inch
Until one clue led them to a quiet South Hill neighborhood.
We're very confident that Mr. Yates is a suspect in 12 of our homicides.
His legacy of murder still haunts our city. Watch the story of Spokane serial killer Robert Yates, one of 509's most notorious crimes. An all-new episode streams commercial-free Wednesday at 7, only on KXOI+.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest. 4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Don't slide into winter.
Plan ahead and save with Perfection Tire's preseason pricing and Cooper rebates. Superior tire brands with unmatched performance and reliable warranties.
The best for less. Nobody beats perfection.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
At Adams Tractor, we are proud to power the Northwest with Kubota. Built tough and built to last. As the official partner of University of Idaho Athletics, we share the same drive, grit, and community pride that fuels the Vandals. From the field to the farm, Kubota equipment delivers performance you can count on. Adams Tractor and University of Idaho Athletics working together to keep our communities moving forward.
In a town by the lake on a crisp winter night, holiday lights sparkle, a beautiful sight. A cruise to the North Pole, cocoa in hand, a feeling of joy throughout the land. Fireworks bursting, the grand Christmas tree, rooms with treats for both you and me. One December, I just might proclaim, let's move Christmas to Coeur d'Alene.
DJ Mickey and his friends invite you to an adventure that's off the charts. Only at Disney on Ice Let's Dance. Enjoy a special holiday sing-along pre-show included with your ticket. Playing Spokane Arena November 14th through 16th.
Holiday deals are popping up, but is now the time to buy or should you wait? I'm Hannah Joy. Holiday shopping this year is a little bit different. I'll show you how to shop smart, save some cash, and keep the holiday stress off your list tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Don't get left out in the cold.
Beat the crowds and save with Perfection Tire's preseason pricing. Plus, get expert winter service with our certified technicians to keep your car running smoothly all season long.
Nobody beats perfection.
Welcome back. This week, our Mark Peterson and the Extreme team are helping one local organization with a mission to support local para-athletes of all ages.
After a long day of practice or a tough game, these athletes from Parasport Spokane had nowhere to relax. But that's about to change this week. Let's check in with Mark as they began work on their new facility.
Usually, first day is setup day. We really need to get things prepared for what's to come. Well, first of all, Mountain States Electric is here, and Wyatt is getting things ready for us to put cabinets up against a wall. That's going to become the coffee booth. So ProSource gave us these cabinets. Wonderful. Here's some of the other things going on. First of all, there's going to be a lot of paint. Rada Paint is going to bring in custom mixes for us, including the Paris Sport Red. And so we have to tape everything off. We got to get ready for the mass volunteers from Horizon Credit Union to come in. They love to paint. They do and don't. Anyway, that's going to happen. Also, we're going to get what will be special flooring from Triple Play, and that's going to go into the hockey room. This is a bit of a secret. I know I'm sharing it, but we had to get it all cleaned and ready to go. So that's what this is all about. We're going to make sure that they can practice indoors because they only get a couple hours of ice at Eagles Ice Arena. This is going to allow them to practice more. So that's the beginning. We're going to have to paint all of this and get furniture moved in through the week. We'll keep you up to date right here. I'm Mark Peterson for the Extreme Team at Parasport Spokane.
And Parasport Spokane has been around since 2013. The program has gone from just 13 athletes to more than 200.
Amazing. Athletes like Brooklyn train at Parasport several times a week, practicing basketball or track and field. And Brooklyn's mom tells us, our Mary Sheridan, specifically how grateful she is for this program.
She loves it and thrives in this environment.
Allison Gossard loves watching her daughter tear it up on the court and track. She moved to Hayden, Idaho with her husband and 3 kids about 7 years ago. That's when Brooklyn got involved with Parasport.
She started playing basketball, and then now she does track and field, and she's here several days a week doing training.
Parasport offers adaptive sport experiences for disabled athletes in our community. All ages, abilities, and levels of competition are supported.
So many people out there that either don't see themselves as athletic because of something that they perceive as holding them back, or they just didn't know that any of this was possible.
With Parasport, Brooklyn, now 14, has been able to participate in classic sporting traditions here in the Inland Northwest, like Hoop Fest and Bloomsday.
She has to spend more time advocating for herself and even advocating for other people that, might be in a chair too. And here it's like a safe place.
A little over a year ago, Parasport moved into Mountain View Middle School, which opened up so many new opportunities. Parasport's last location, storage was so limited that basketball chairs would need to be stacked 3 high at the end of every practice. Now in this new location, these basketball chairs can be stored in this wide open room, which gives athletes more independence to start and end their practices. And renovations to a new rec room will offer more chances for athletes and their families to build connection when they're not on the court or field.
There's just so many things that that room could really become, and Extreme Team is making that all happen.
For 4 News Now, I'm Mary Sheridan.
Yeah, be sure to join us this Thursday for the big reveal to see all the upgrades.
It's going to be so much fun. You don't want to miss it. Chris?
We've almost had 0.2 of an inch of rain just since this afternoon. Almost 10 inches of rain for the season. Still running behind average, but that might not be the case for long. We've got a lot of wet weather to tell you about in the forecast after the break.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, Washington Trust Bank can help you get there. Learn more at watrust.com/awesome.
So it cooks a pizza in 2 minutes? we'll take it.
Spokane Municipal Court Judge Mary Logan claims to be dedicated to justice and service for our city, but her court has been a revolving door of catch, release, repeat, with repeat offenders arrested and released 13 times, 9 times, 16 times. But former prosecutor Lyndon Smithson is committed to hold repeat offenders accountable. He'll restore our confidence and improve public safety. So vote Lyndon Smithson for Spokane Municipal Court Position 2.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
All right, welcome back. Earlier we were having a discussion in the newsroom. When is an umbrella appropriate when you live in the Northwest?
Ever. At all. Some people said no more umbrellas.
You know, I feel like we're more of an outdoorsy bunch and we all have the appropriate gear
Yeah.
for the rain. Because, I mean, I don't know. I could be... Correct us if we're wrong, but I do have an umbrella, but I normally wear a raincoat. I wore a raincoat today, and I'm very glad I did because it is raining, and it is 39 degrees in Spokane, 38 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, where it is also raining and will continue raining through the night and into early tomorrow morning. 4 things to know about your weather. A wet week ahead, 3 storms back to back. We're in the middle of #1 right now. We are going to be dry most of Tuesday. The day will be bookended by wet weather, rain through the early morning and then rain late at night. And temperatures will be staying above freezing through the 7-day forecast. We're looking at high mountain snow. Might run into a little bit of slush over the passes, but right now it looks like fairly smooth sailing this week. Tuesday, hour by hour, your forecast will start the day off at 36 degrees, not much cooler than where we are right now. 40 degrees by 10 o'clock. You'll notice no precipitation, a 0% chance. That is measurable rain with so much moisture in our atmosphere, low clouds and fog. You may encounter some drizzle or a few sprinkles, but nothing measurable expected as we have a pretty good break between storms. Our high of 46 is just a couple of degrees below average. Around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, temperatures ranging tomorrow from 42 at Spirit Lake to 47 in 9 Mile, Meade, as well as downtown Spokane, 46 at the airport and in Coeur d'Alene. Around the region, you'll find some 50s, Lewiston, Ritzville, Moses Lake, 51 in Grand Coulee, 50 in Omak. Our forecast radar starting off at our current time with steady rain in progress. We will see that taper off by tomorrow morning. Here's 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Last of a few central panhandle showers move out. By 11 o'clock tomorrow night, the next system is moving in, and we'll keep the steady rains going through Wednesday morning. Here's Wednesday at 8 a.m. and a chance of showers throughout the day on Wednesday. Here's 11 o'clock Wednesday night, still with a few hit and miss showers around the region. Over the next 5 days, some impressive rainfall totals possible. 2 inches in Kellogg, over an inch in Coeur d'Alene, or inch and a half in Coeur d'Alene, an inch and 3/4 in Sandpoint, and an inch and a quarter in Moscow. Your planning forecast. Plan on A break from the wet weather most of the day on Tuesday. It is going to be a gray and damp day from all the rain we're getting. Rain Tuesday night into Wednesday, more rain Thursday into Friday, and then another break with really good timing. Saturday, a break from the precipitation, and then a chance of showers back in the forecast Sunday and Monday.
All right, Chris, thank you. You can now sign up for health insurance on the Affordable Care Act exchange.
But you might be shocked by the spike in costs next year. CNN's Jen Sullivan looks at the rising prices and why you could be paying more.
Millions of Americans will soon be paying more for health insurance. That's because insurance companies on the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, are charging more for coverage next year.
It's basically unaffordable for many.
KFF, a nonprofit focused on health policy, found insurance companies on the Affordable Care Act are raising premium costs by roughly 26% on average in 2026, and there's not much people can do to lower those costs.
If you drop down, take a less generous plan, then you're going to have a higher deductible.
More than 24 million people get their health insurance through the ACA, and roughly 92% of them receive federal tax credits to help lower their monthly costs. But those healthcare subsidies are at the center of the battle on Capitol Hill. They're set to expire at the end of 2025. Democrats want to extend those tax credits.
If enhanced premium tax credits expire, we're expecting that on average, premium payments are going to more than double. That's a 114% increase.
The Congressional Budget Office estimates permanently extending the subsidies would cost $350 billion over the next decade. Many Republicans say they won't negotiate the subsidies until enough Democrats approve a spending bill to end the government shutdown. Caught in the middle is the American public. Without the subsidies, KFF says average monthly premium costs could go from $888 to as much as more than $1,900 next year.
It's a complicated situation.
It's not just ACA premiums going up. KFF found annual family premiums for employer coverage is higher as well. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The holiday heroes are ready to make your holiday dinner better than ever. This year, make your holiday feast as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Visit eatgoodgroup.com, heat and eat. 2. Select your meal. 3. Pick up your feast and heat and eat. Hurry! Orders must be made by November 22nd. Order online at eatgoodgroup.com.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
If you've been injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident,
the best time to call an attorney is as soon as possible.
The second best time?
Right now.
Call Russell & Hill.
The sooner you call, the sooner we can start working on your case.
And remember, the call is free, the advice is free.
And we win your case, or it's free.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident?
Call Russell & Hill.
Russell & Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
From the 5 a.m. morning regulars to those gotta fit it in lunchtime rush business goers to the busy moms that need childcare so they can just have a little time to themselves. Move Fitness is here for you, serving up the largest variety of workout options in Spokane. And right now, you can get it all for about $1 a day. So what are you waiting for? Stop by a Move Fitness near you today.
Join the movement.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
The holiday heroes are ready to make your holiday dinner better than ever. This year, make your holiday feast as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Visit eatgoodgroup.com, heat and eat. 2. Select your meal. 3. Pick up your feast and heat and eat. Hurry! Orders must be made by November 22nd. Order online at eatgoodgroup.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Around the nation, the Trump administration says it will use emergency money to partially pay for the federal food assistance program known as SNAP.
Approximately 42 million people rely on that program to put food on the table. CNN's Sherelle Hubbard explains what this could mean for low-income families.
Facing a Monday deadline from a federal judge in Rhode Island, the Trump administration said it will fund only half of November SNAP benefits. But food stamp recipients will not see payments immediately.
I have to decide whether to put gas in my car or buy something to eat.
It's scary. I'm a mom. You know, all of our food goes to our kid first and then we eat.
I just kind of have to think about making sure to make it stretch as long as we can.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture had said it would not use its $5.3 billion contingency fund to cover SNAP benefits. But 2 federal judges ordered the USDA to use emergency funds to partially cover November benefits for recipients. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Sunday full benefits can be restored if Democrats drop demands for an extension of federal health care subsidies and vote to pass the GOP funding bill to end the government shutdown.
Democrats are in the middle of a civil war, and they should just open the government.
As the U.S. government shutdown approaches record length, some Democrats argue President Trump and Republicans are intentionally withholding food benefits for political reasons.
All Republicans care about is the opinion of one man, the puppet master of the Republican Party, Donald J. Trump. They don't care about anything else. How else can you explain the fact that they are weaponizing hunger?
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Well, still ahead, don't let your holiday shopping turn into a financial nightmare.
We'll show you how to stretch your dollar coming up.
And the government shutdown is hitting families close to home. How delays in funding Head Start programs could affect childcare and meals for kids in Grant County. That's next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Latah Creek has been making award-winning wines since 1982. In addition to our ever-popular Huckleberry, we currently have 20 white and 12 red wines available. We invite you to stop in, try a taste, and take a bottle or 2 home.
Cheers. How do you think this commercial should start?
A calming melody, and it says what it's like to have an early savings account as a kid. And the star of the commercial will be me.
My mom taught me the importance of saving, and I wanted to pass that on to my kids.
It's cool because every month you get to put money in your early savings account.
Do you think you'll make a budget for yourself one day?
Totally.
Join today at becu.org/earlysaver.
And on that limb, there was a little nest, there was a little nest, the prettiest little nest, the prettiest little nest that you ever did see, that you ever did see. Now the nest on the limb and the limb on the tree, and the green grass grows all around and around.
Life is full of surprises.
The green grass grows all around.
That's why we're keeping your internet price the same with the 5-year price guarantee, only from Xfinity. Xfinity, imagine that.
Look, I used to be the early bird, the harbinger of the holidays. But now, I'm just mad. Northern Quest's Holiday Head Start is stealing my thunder with $60,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. All before I can even become a leftover sandwich. I mean, what's a bird got to do to get stuffed and basted around here? Whatever, enjoy your 60 grand. The $60,000 Holiday Head Start, only at Northern Quest.
NIU has been serving our community for over 50 years. It's a broad mix of cancer care. We see all kinds of urologic cancers and take care of those patients here.
The partnership we have allows us to deliver all the different options all in one place. With a new diagnosis of prostate cancer, you'll have all the options available, everything from the latest surgical options to the latest radiation options, and so we're happy to help with that.
Most patients are referred by their primary care doctors. Patients can certainly always pick up the phone and give us a call as well.
Latah Creek has been making award-winning wines since 1982. In addition to our ever-popular Huckleberry, we currently have 20 white and 12 red wines available. We invite you to stop in, try a taste, and take a bottle or two home.
Cheers.
Well, here's a live look at the U.S. Capitol building where lawmakers have yet to come up with a deal to reopen the federal government. Now, the shutdown has lasted for more than a month now, and it's impacting programs across the U.S. and here in the Inland Northwest.
In Grant County, the Head Start program is at risk of closing. Derek Strom shows us how the shutdown is impacting these families.
Family Services of Grant County has 75 kids currently enrolled in its preschool Head Start program, but in just a couple weeks, those kids may not have a place to go if the government shutdown continues.
Until the government opens back up, we will be unfunded as of the 1st.
Family Services was supposed to get its grant funding at the beginning of this month, but because the government is shut down, there are no funds it can send out and no one to sign off on grants.
On the 14th, if we don't have a notice of award, we would have to close our building and close our doors.
The kids here at the Head Start program at Family Services are provided meals through the program, but if Head Start shuts down because of a lack of funding, families that send their kids here may have to worry about being able to feed their kids. Executive Director Sally Gundry says many of the families they serve also receive food assistance.
Without the service of SNAP or WIC right now, with those programs in jeopardy, they may not have the formula or the food readily available to feed their children.
Gundry says many parents also rely on Head Start for childcare, and she worries that families won't have any other options to turn to.
Should there be a disruption in service, they could be without childcare. They could lose their jobs. That happens in low-wage jobs if you're working retail or, food services.
For now, the staff, parents, and students at Family Services are hoping the shutdown will end soon. In Moses Lake, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, we want to give a shout out to Melinda Whipple, who responded to our conversation about umbrellas.
Yeah.
And she says she always bought coats with hoods because it's too hard to chase after your kids with an umbrella.
That's right. You got to do it. Let's head it over to Chris Crocker now for a look at weather.
That's right. You got to hold those hands, too, when you're crossing the street. Keep those reactions coming. We want to know if you are an umbrella person. On our downtown Spokane Skycam, the roads are wet and it's continuing to rain in various intensities, from some light precipitation and then it picks up at times. And that's what it's doing around the Coeur d'Alene area right now. That's one of the spots where we're seeing some of the heavier precipitation. We zoom in here and you'll notice some pink and blue on your screen. Those are the mountains, Mica Peak, some of the higher peaks around the region, but we are staying as rain down in the valleys. Our forecast rain totals by early tomorrow morning. By 7 a.m. we should be done with the precipitation. Over 1/4 inch will be common in many locations, with some of the heavier precipitation totals around Pullman, St. Mary's, and of course in the central panhandle. Then we have a dry day, but it's not going to be a sunny day. It is still going to be damp. You may get drizzled on a little bit with areas of fog. We have a lot of moisture in our boundary layer. A high of 46, 48 is our average high. Warmer, but also wetter weather in the 7-day forecast. Plus, I'll have your 8 to 14-day outlook, Kirsten.
All right, thanks so much, Chris. And a big thank you to all of you who donated this year to Coats for Kids. It is our 40th year of collecting coats, and now we have thousands to keep kids warm this winter.
Yeah, from Moscow all the way up to Republic, we are delivering coats all over the Inland Northwest. Today, the Northeast Community Center rolled out its racks of coats to be given away. If you're having a hard time making ends meet and your child needs a winter coat, there are plenty to choose from. Incoming director of the Northwest Community Center, Jenna Ray, says the temperatures are dropping and kids don't need to be coatless this winter.
I took a walk on campus Friday morning. It was 34 degrees, and I saw some Shaw Middle School kids standing outside waiting for school to open in t-shirts. And so now, if they want a coat, all they have to do is pop across the street, and they'll have one for the rest of winter.
Ray says they're seeing many families looking for help with basic necessities like coats so they can use their money to pay bills. If you need a coat for a child, the Northeast Community Center is open weekdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. For a list of all the other distribution places across the Inland Northwest, you can go to KXLY.com/coats4kids.
In this week's Money Saving Monday, we're talking about high-yield savings accounts. These are different than traditional savings accounts and offer a significantly higher interest rate. Financial experts say anyone who has their savings in an account earning less than 1% interest is leaving money on the table. That additional money you earn from a high-yield savings account can help you build an emergency fund.
Money can work for you instead of you doing all this work for it to earn money.
Advisors say on average you can save $920 more annually with one of these accounts. But make sure you check that the institution is federally insured before opening an account. That's a question you can just ask any banking representative. For tips on choosing the right high-yield savings account for you, head to KXLY.com. And still ahead, holiday shopping season is here. But before you swipe that card, we'll show you how to keep your budget in check and still find great gifts.
And both the Cougar men's and women's hoops teams started their seasons hosting Idaho today. We have the highlights for you next.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get large pizzas for just $13.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2025 Ford Bronco Sport goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for just $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Last year, I found my daughter playing with a piece of foil, and my world stopped. The panic hit me. Fentanyl, her future, everything flashing before my eyes. Now, she's scared to touch anything on the ground. That is unacceptable. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and she is the reason why I'm running for City Council. I support Prop 1, and my opponent does not. I work to make Spokane more affordable for families and seniors and reduce homelessness with compassion and accountability. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and I ask for your vote.
Fall savings are here at Sandpoint Furniture. Cozy up as the nights get colder with a wide selection of furniture and everything to bring warmth and comfort to your home. Don't settle for ordinary. Sandpoint Furniture. We're unique, we're different, and we're worth the drive.
If you've been injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident,
the best time to call an attorney is as soon as possible.
The second best time?
Right now.
Call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
At Papa Murphy's, we make dinner simple. With scratch-made dough and hand-chopped veggies, we do the prep, you bake it to perfection at home. Fresh, hot, and just the way you like it. Order the chicken garlic pizza at papamurphys.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
The Gonzaga Bulldogs welcome the Texas Southern Tigers into the kennel, licking their chops for their 22nd straight season opening win. And, well, this one got pretty ugly fast. The Zags ran away with an impressive win, crushing the Tigers 98-43 through a well-balanced attack of 5 players scoring double digits, including a team-high 15 from Tyon Grant Foster. Graham Ike swallowed up 11 rebounds to his 13 points. The big fella playing better after a few missed shots early. Gonzaga shot overall over 50% from the field, not too well from 3, but made almost all their free throws. This contrasts to a Tigers team shooting only 25% from the field. Woof. Freshman Davis Fogel added 11 points in his 10 second half minutes. Watch out for the highly efficient young buck. And his first-year counterpart, Parker Jefferson, is confirmed to be redshirting this season. So now the Zags continue on to face the Oklahoma Sooners at Spokane Arena, which should be a pretty good omen after GU's blowout win over Baylor there last November. Tip-off is this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. And Butch T. Coug getting his dance moves on for Washington State in their game against the Idaho Vandals. Jackson Rasmussen for U of I drives in the paint and lays in a pretty nice bucket that opens the scoring 2-0 for Idaho. But the Cougs trying to get back in quickly. Tomas Thrasterson off the inbound scores right back. The Cougs' first points of the season. And back to WSU. Rock around the perimeter. Case, why not? Why not the three in tight coverage? But Jack Payne on the other end replies with another rattled on in. Vandals playing pretty strong. Rasmussen, a huge three here. The Vandals up by 13 later in the first half. They ended up leading by 9 at the break. And it's Idaho with a huge win on the road. This happened just a few minutes ago at final, starting the season perfectly. 83-81, the late final, after that late Coug comeback falls short. And how about the Vandals continuing on an amazing day? Idaho knocking off Washington State early women's basketball game in Beasley. Former Coug Kyra Gardner with an incredible day, scorching her old team with a career-high 26 points, career-high 9 rebounds, career-high 6 threes made, and, yes, a career-high 5 steals. Incredible. WSU led by as much as 15, and they had not lost to the Vandals in Pullman since 1998, a year before I was born. For the Cougs, Eleanor Villa matched a career-high 24 points, and Keandra Koritz scored 21 in her Wazoo debut. That's the most by a freshman in a game since 2021. So Washington State getting swept tonight. And since the women's team started playing each other in 1999, that has not ever happened before. First year that the V's sweep the Cougs.
Yeah, between these two basketball games and Saturday's football game in Oregon State, it's been a rough few days for the Cougs.
Yeah, I'll turn it around. All right, thanks, Jack. Chris?
4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a wet week ahead with back-to-back storms. We're in the midst of one right now. There's another one coming in a little more than 24 hours from now. We do have a good chunk of the day on Tuesday that is dry, and our temperatures through the 7-day forecast will be staying above freezing, which means our snow level will be staying above your house. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This is where all your dreams come true. You
Moulin Rouge, the musical, is the winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, November 19th through 23rd at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
Wherever you need us, American On Site.
The purpose of a city council is to represent its residents, to improve community life, and to guide city operations for the benefit of its citizens. So, how's your Spokane City Council doing? Our elected officials have forbidden police to stop public camping on our streets. Kate Tellis is also against enforcement. But Alejandro is for stopping criminal activity on our streets while offering real help to those in need. So please, vote for Alejandro to restore our safety.
There's a reason the F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Features, power, and price make the F-150 a no-brainer. And for 2025, you now have over 13,000 pounds of towing capacity and even hands-free driving available. Our team at Wendell Ford is proud of this truck. It's one of the reasons we've been around for over 80 years. When buying your new truck, think Wendell Ford. Drive for generations.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries, we're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
This is where all your dreams come true. You.
Moulin Rouge, the musical, is the winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, November 19th through 23rd at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
All right, well, we spent months begging for rain, and now we're getting more than our fair share here.
I'm glad you're reminding us of that.
Yes, be careful what you wish for, right? We are in the rainy season.
Yeah.
November, December, the rainiest months. We started early in October, and there's more to come. And today, a little on the cool side as well. 46. But that's really only 2 degrees below average. We'll be in similar territory again tomorrow. 35 is where we started the day. 33 is our morning low. Perhaps the most shocking thing on this almanac, and boy, have I heard a lot about it, that sunset time, 4:29. Of course, we're get into the 3 o'clock hour around the winter solstice before things start to go the other direction. Although early risers are probably pretty happy with that sunrise time of 6:38. When I was on the morning show many, many years ago, I remember rejoicing in those sunrise times. Our high temperature trend over the next 7 days, we're just a hair below average Tuesday, but then we are in the 50s, even with the rain. For the next several days, we have those atmospheric rivers. It's bringing up moist air, but it's also bringing up some warmer air from the south and west. Our temperature trend, meanwhile, through the 8 to 14-day forecast does keep us in the above average temperature range. This is November 11th all the way through November 7th. However, we're in that just slightly darker than light orange, so it's not an especially strong signal, not like it is in these darker reds well to the south and east. Similarly, we also have the above average precipitation for that time period, but we're just 1 shade darker than light green. This, however, I am willing to believe in this La Nina year that is really kicked off in grand style with a lot of precipitation moving through. Now, this is our moisture tracker, upper level moisture, starting off at our current time, and we'll zoom out here to show you that we are bringing up that moisture from the south, and here is Tuesday at 11 o'clock when our next round of rain moves in, and that is going to be almost seamless, just continuing to pour the moisture in right on through the end of the work week. Here's Friday at 5. Finally, you can see our upper level winds are coming more at a westerly flow, and that's going to allow us to dry out a little bit as we head into Saturday. Pretty good timing for a break in the wet weather. With all that very active weather pattern, you can run out, take the Halloween decorations down, put up the Christmas decorations, and then it starts to rain again. That sounds like a pretty good plan. I am going to try to do that, Kirsten.
Did you have a camera out in front of my house this morning?
Oh, is that what you were doing?
I didn't get my Christmas decorations up yet, but yeah, you should have seen all the Halloween ones over my back. Well, now that Halloween is behind us officially, holiday shopping is ramping up, and staying within a budget while getting something for everyone can be tough.
So, how can you buy something special without it turning into a financial Grinch that sticks with you well past the holidays? Michael Yoshida explains some of the financial pitfalls to avoid and how some shoppers are finding ways to save.
From credit cards to buy now, pay later services to simply understanding a budget and how to stick to it, we spoke with several financial and value experts on how to be savvy and strategic with your holiday shopping.
'Tis the season when gift giving can take over our lives. But with many Americans still worried about rising costs, resale or secondhand shopping is becoming a more popular way for finding value and meaning in gifts.
What we're finding is that consumers are ready to spend nearly 40% of their holiday budgets on secondhand, which is up significantly from last year.
Alon Rotem of ThreadUp, an online thrift store, says the stigma around buying secondhand is starting to disappear, with it becoming more mainstream.
Because value is king with consumers, this is a great way for them to extend their dollar and get more for their money. Secondhand is also a way to sort of cut through the noise of the ordinary and find more unique items items that tell a story, items that are more personal.
Other ways to save. Start early to take advantage of end-of-summer clearance sales. Don't wait until Black Friday. Use reward credit cards, taking advantage of cash back or points. And to keep your holiday shopping from turning into a financial horror show, remember, for your debit card, know your balance, don't overdraft and suffer fees. For your credit card, even if you have a high limit, don't spend beyond your budget. And with buy now, pay later options, try not to use them for discretionary spending that can quickly add up.
Very easy to forget, say, 2 out of the 20 small purchases with different payment due dates that you made from a few months ago. And once you have missed payments, they may get reported to the credit bureaus.
And one of the experts we spoke with recommended to use a budgeting app to lay out a clear picture of just how much money you have coming in and how much you're using on expenses. Then you'll know just how much money may be left over for items and gifts for your friends and family. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hi, Mom.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
If you've been injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident,
the best time to call an attorney is as soon as possible.
The second best time?
Right now.
Call Russell & Hill.
The sooner you call, the sooner we can start working on your case.
And remember, the call is free, the advice is free.
And we win your case, or it's free.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident?
Call Russell & Hill.
Russell & Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
DJ Mickey and his friends invite you to an adventure that's off the charts. Only at Disney on Ice Let's Dance. Enjoy a special holiday sing-along pre-show included with your ticket. Playing Spokane Arena November 14th through 16th.
Fall savings are here at Sandpoint Furniture. Cozy up as the nights get colder with a wide selection of furniture and everything to bring warmth and comfort to your home. Don't settle for ordinary. Sandpoint Furniture. We're unique, we're different, and we're worth the drive.
We're here to win. Oh my gosh!
Is this on your bucket list? Win big at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel, proud sponsor of Gonzaga basketball.
It is raining right now, but it will be tapering off by early tomorrow morning. Likely a dry commute, plenty of puddles to jump on your morning jog, however.
Time of year to make sure your windshield wipers are good, right?
Oh, yes.
We're all thinking tomorrow.